Good morning. Welcome back to Edu Skills OET Made Easy. Every classical paragraph or customized text will have, definitely your texts are from medical journals, that will have a structure. To understand the idea or gist or the opinion or suggestion presented in the paragraph, you should know what is the structure of the paragraph. If you're watching this on YouTube, consider subscribing the channel and also give us a thumbs up if you like our work, and also share it to others so that we help out many more who are struggling to crack OET, especially those who are struggling financially. This is English for life, but definitely you'll be very competent in OET.
Peel, P-E-E-L, P-E-E-L, peel, signifying peeling a banana. Today, let's look into the structure, basic idea of a paragraph. And anybody who wants to write a paragraph or an article or anything for that matter needs to know what is the structure of a paragraph. And today we have this simple format. So let's look at the peel idea of a paragraph. In the acronym PEEL, P stands for point, E stands for explanation, again E stands for example, and L stands for link.
Yes, the paragraph structure, we are looking into the paragraph structure. And we will see some of the examples we will take from official sample materials. And what is a paragraph? A paragraph is a group of related sentences. Related is very important. Just putting together many sentences will not make you a paragraph. A paragraph is a group of related sentences. Relation is very important, which develop or discuss a topic or main idea. One single topic. Okay, one single topic in a paragraph. A good paragraph is coherent. Coherent, which means that the sentences are logically ordered and connected. Logically ordered and connected. And I'll tell you how logically it is to be connected. Parts of a paragraph, already you know. Topic sentence. Next, supporting sentence. Next.
Developing sentence.
Developing sentence. Next.
Developing sentence. One. Conclusion. Developing sentence.
Conclusion. Yeah. Conclusion. Link. Yes. Paragraph structure. Topic sentence. Supporting sentence. Developing sentence.
Developing sentence.
One or two.
Developing.
Okay. Then conclusion or link. Let's take one more. Question 7 from sleep text. Sleep deprivation. Most of these are from official sample materials. Thank you, OET, for allowing me to use this for teaching purpose. Okay. Now read the text, only the text, not the question. Okay.
Millions of people who suffer sleep problems also suffer myriad health burdens in addition to emotional distress and cognitive impairments. These can include high blood pressure, obesity, and metabolic syndrome. In the studies we have done, almost every variable we measured was affected. There is not a system in the body that's not affected by sleep, says University of Chicago sleep researcher E. Van Cotter. Every time we sleep deprive ourselves, things go wrong.
So what is the topic sentence?
Sleep deprivation.
Millions of people who suffer sleep problems also suffer myriad health problems. What type of the nature of the text?
Cause and effect.
Cause and effect. What is the cause?
Cause is the
Sleep problem.
Sleep problems or sleep deprivation. Sleep problems or sleep deprivation. What is the effect?
Health burden.
Then the whole paragraph speaks about. Then the whole paragraph speaks about health burdens. 1, health burden 1, emotional distress. Health burden 2, cognitive impairments. Health burden 3, high blood pressure. Health burden 4, obesity. Health problem 5, metabolic syndrome. That is the supporting sentence. As soon as you say health burdens or health problems, what are the health problems? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then support developing sentence says, in the studies we have done, almost every variable we measured was affected. Every organ was affected. Every variable was affected. Same message. There is not a system in the body that is not affected by sleep. Same message. In other words, every time we sleep, deprive ourselves, things go wrong. That is the paraphrasing of the topic sentence. Every time we sleep, deprive ourselves, things go wrong. Millions of people who suffer sleep problems also suffer myriad health burdens or health problems. Okay, let's see, check. Okay, let's not bother about the question answer. We'll just go into the structure. Okay. Millions of people who suffer sleep problems also suffer myriad health burdens. Health burden means health problems. Topic sentence.
Health problem.
What are the health
Emotional
problems?
distress.
Emotional distress, cognitive impairments, high blood pressure, obesity, metabolic syndrome.
Metabolic
1, 2,
syndrome.
3, 4, 5. Okay. Beautiful. Effects of sleep deprivation. So first is sleep deprivation. Effects are these 5. Okay, how beautiful. See? Millions of people. And what is this? First one. Topic is sleep deprivation, paragraph structure, topic sentence. Then you have supporting sentence. Then you have developing sentence 1, developing sentence 2, conclusion. Conclusion is the paraphrasing of the topic sentence. Same thing put in other words. How beautiful. Smile at it. See, the paragraph structure is this. Maybe Mahatma Gandhi is the father of our nation. Then they will explain all those things, why he is called the father and all those things. At the end, in other words, they will paraphrase, say, hence, Indians proudly consider Mahatma Gandhi as the father of our nation. Or, yeah. See now here, millions of people who suffer sleep problems also suffer myriad health problems. At the end, every time we sleep deprive ourselves, things go wrong. Same message. First sentence and the last sentence. That's the paragraph structure. So, title. Effects of sleep deprivation. Cause, effect, language, answer of the text. Topic sentence, controlling idea. Millions of people who suffer sleep problems also suffer myriad health problems. Structure, cause, sleep deprivation, effect. Effects 1, effect 2, effect 3, then conclusion. Okay, in the first session, I told you there are a couple of types of texts. Okay, now to explain this question, I am taking you to those types. See, main types of texts are, one is expository text, other one is descriptive, and third one is narrative text, and fourth one is argumentative text, fifth one is persuasive text. Fourth and fifth is exclusively for IELTS and TOEFL and other exams. But you will have expository text, maximum of expository text. So I will give you the details of subgroups in the expository text. If you become competent in couple of texts, subtext in 5 types of text under expository text, under first type, okay? If you become competent, that will be the easiest thing you can do. Okay, these are the 5 things. Now, what is an expository text? Expository writing or a text or a paragraph is a form of text that aims to inform, explain, or describe ideas clearly and logically. Aims to inform or explain or describe ideas clearly and logically. You should know that sequence, the logic. Then it's very easy to find out the answer. Now, there are a couple of types under expository text. This expository text follows a structured format. There is a structured format for expository paragraph or text. Okay, whether in B part B or part C, in reading or listening, even in your writing, even in your speaking, I'll tell you how to apply these principles in all the 4 subtests. So follows a structured format. Knowing that format will easily take you to the answer. Second, it begins with a thesis statement or what we call topic sentence. The main sentence, the first sentence that presents the main idea. That presents the main idea. Then third one, it assumes the reader has no prior knowledge of the topic. Means your prior knowledge is not to be used here. Your medical knowledge is not to be used here. Only what is given in the text has to be taken into consideration. Maybe you know better solution for that particular problem, but you can't write that as the answer. Fourth one, step-by-step detailed explanation. Step-by-step detailed explanation. So you know from the question stem, you know whether the answer is in the topic sentence, the first sentence, or the supporting sentence, or developing sentence, or the conclusion. We'll be teaching you the paragraph structure. I'll be sending you some videos. Watch it and give me the feedback. Then we'll give you the details. Today we will teach you 1 paragraph. Now, smooth transitions and a logical flow, and use of accurate language, examples, and evidence. The question stem will tell you, are you asked about the main theme or the gist or the examples or the evidence? If they are asking about examples, evidence, they will be in the later part. That will be the developing sentence. Okay. Expository text types. This is the subtypes of first type. Okay. One is cause and effect. This question belongs to this category. Okay. Second one is problem and solution. We will present a medical problem, then solutions will be discussed. Then classification. Then, sorry, my system is, network is dying my patience. Comparison and contrast, then definition, then process. Usually definition and process, or definition you have, process you don't have, especially IELTS people will have process. The first task, essay will be on process. So, cause and effect. This is what we are looking today. Cause and effect, language. Explains why something happens, that is the cause, and what happens as a result, effect. You have seen the first portion of the present question that we have seen, the passage or the text. First part was speaking about cause or the factors. Second part speaks about result or effect. Result and effect or cause and factors are the synonyms. Identify primary causes and direct consequences, avoiding irrelevant details. In such paragraphs or texts, you will be asked about the primary causes and direct consequences. Primary causes, please write down, okay? Primary causes and direct consequences. They will also give you indirect consequences, and that will be in the answer option as well. For example, Manju was wet in the rain. As a result, she had high temperature. She had high temperature. So what is the cause?
Rain.
Being wet in the rain. Then direct consequence is fever. Now, the sentence will continue saying, and that caused her to have severe body pain. Now they will ask, what is the effect of getting wet in the rain?
Fever.
Fever. But then options will be there. Severe body pain, high temperature, then some other things will be there. But then the high temperature, fever also is given, high temperature and body pain also is given as an effect, but that is secondary effect, not direct, indirect consequence. There are so many questions in your part C with this nature. Okay, write down these things so that when I get such questions, you can identify them. Then a thesis statement presents the main idea clearly and connects the causes to their effects. The first statement, thesis statement, or also we call it topic sentence, clearly presents the main idea and connects the causes to their effects. Okay. Immediate causes and outcomes are emphasized over distant or indirect ones. Immediate causes and outcomes are emphasized over distant or indirect ones. Distant or indirect ones are not emphasized. They will not, usually they will not be the answer to the questions. So you can simply ignore them. I'll teach you how to read. Fifth example thesis, free education improves national development by increasing literacy and employment rates.
It can improve the national development by increasing literacy and employment rate. Readers should identify both cause, free education policy, and its effects, economic growth, social improvement.
Okay. Economic growth, social
Improvement.
Employment rates is the social improvement. Economic growth is increasing literacy. We will teach you details with the examples. Cause and effect language, if you have attended some of these sessions, you might know. Just I'll give you some example, how they present it. Industrialization is the cause of global warming. What is the cause here?
Industrialization.
What is the effect?
Global
warming.
Now, global warming is the result of industrialization. What is the cause here?
Industrialization.
What is the effect?
Global
warming.
Okay. Now, industrialization leads to global warming. What is the cause?
Industrialization.
Leads to global warming. Global warming is the effect. Now, you see, this is how they confuse you, okay? Different ways of giving. I'll show you. Yeah. Cause effect language. This is very, very important for you, okay? Especially in your parting C. Industrialization is the cause of global warming. Cause effect. Global warming is the result of industrialization, effect, cause. Industrialization leads to global warming, cause, effect. See, cause of, result of, leads to. All these are the expressions used. Once you know, for example, this is cause and effect text. What you have seen is cause and effect text. So, title, effects of sleep deprivation, cause, effect, language, answer of the text. Topic sentence, controlling idea. Millions of people who suffer sleep problems also suffer myriad health problems. Structure, cause, sleep deprivation, effect, effects 1, effect 2, effect 3, then conclusion.